I think the impact of heartbreak, or how much your heart would break, to an extent is correlated to the love you feel for that person, but also how good your relationship was. Everything I've learned from heartbreak, it's been heart-wrenching every single day. And I think the harder it is to get over this person and to move on is also in correlation with how good like they were and how well it ended, in like, for lack of like better words, because like an ending's not great. Like, I didn't want it to end, but I think if this person was like an awful person to me, then it would have been like so easy to be like, F them, you know what I mean? Like, it would be so easy to be like, I'm moving on, like I'm outside, F that, F this, like I don't give a F. But because it was such a good and healthy relationship, I feel like the harder is to move on is because of how much love there was, and also how good the relationship was, and how nicely, in a way, it ended. These are some lessons I've learned from heartbreak. Everything that annoyed me about this person, everything that annoyed me about them during the relationship, like, doesn't even matter anymore and doesn't make sense anymore. And I think it's because, I mean, I'm still in that sadness. It's only been a month, so I'm still dwelling in every emotion. I'm still dwelling in that sadness because I can't brush it off no matter how much I try. And I think the solution is just to feel the emotion. I'm trying to like think back to all the like annoying things about that person, and like all the things I was in some way like resentful about, like resentment on maybe something they said that really hurt my feelings, or something they've done, or things I could have like done better, or like what I could have said in that moment. I definitely had some regrets, but not because of like that person, but because of me. And so like, I'm like, I could have spoken up. Maybe I could have been less polite at times, because I think like two people like really like love each other. They're trying their best to like be the kindest to each other. And I think at times when you're trying too much, like when you're trying to be polite and kind, like you end up not really saying what you mean, and you end up not really, because you're trying to like avoid conflict, like you end up not saying what you mean, and in some way you get like resentful because you're like, oh, I didn't say what I wanted that moment. Like in a way you're like, oh, they got away with treating me like that, or they never really understood like my feelings in some way. And now I'm like, oh, I could have just sat them down and been like, look, like don't talk to me like that. I feel like, and now I'm like, why did I find it so hard then to just like speak up and say, like, share my feelings? And now like those things don't even like matter, because like I'm just sad that it ended. I'm like, I don't even care about all the things that were like annoying me then. Like I feel like they're all like so like minute. All those annoying things are just not as annoying anymore, because you're like, I just want you here. Like I just want you to be here. We could have just talked it through. All those times that I spend getting annoyed, I'm just like, oh, silly me. It's like, I had them then. Like I had this person in my life then, and I think to some extent, like you take that for granted because like they're there, and now that they're not, you're like, I would definitely trade them being here for like all the million annoying things they did, because like I said, like nobody's perfect. I was so annoying as well, and I like recognize that. So like I think especially in that early stage of heartbreak, it's like so normal, at least in my experience, to just like have all these ideas of what I could have done better, and what, oh my god, like this thing wasn't even a big deal, why did I make such a big deal out of it? And like just thinking about all the things that used to be so big are just not a big deal anymore. Secondly, like the withdrawal is crazy. Like people have compared the feeling of like losing someone, like of heartbreak, to literally like you're withdrawing from drugs. Like because this person in some way was a drug. Like they were like my person. They like were the person I would wake up to every day, if not in person, like on like texting them, like someone like you've shared your life with for however long, and it's like the withdrawal is crazy. Like it's like just taking like a toy from a baby. They're like, "Wah, wah," and then you never give it back. It's not even like when you take the toy and give it back. Like you never get the toy back. It's like, oh my god, like it feels like someone's just snatched something away from me, and it's like, you're not having that, ha ha. It's just like, I feel like I was on drugs and now I'm not, and like my body's just like confused. I think that's like the main emotion. Like my body is confused. Like my body doesn't understand what's happening. Like every day I'm just like, what is wrong with me? Like I'm just like having all these emotions like so immense, especially in this like last month or in the final week of a month of the heartbreak. It's like I'm having all these emotions I've never felt before ever, and it's like so intense. Like I can't even hold it in. Like even letting it out feels like it's not coming out enough. It's just like, where is the pain? Like where is the pain coming from? It feels like it's all over my body. Like the even the tears are not like, it's not enough. Like I could cry forever, but it's still there, and it's just like, what? And that brings me to like the third thing. It's just like it comes in waves. Like this person comes in waves. The feeling comes in waves. 1 minute I'm like, I guess I'm doing okay, and the next minute I'm just like angry at this person. I'm just like angry at the situation. Next minute I'm like sad, like just like the most sadness I've ever felt in my life. It's like a different type of sadness. Like it's intense. Like it's like brutal sadness. It's like someone's just like taking things out of you, and you're just like losing, like you feel so weak, like you feel like drenched in emotions, like, and it just comes in waves. 1 minute you're good and the next minute you're not. And I think this is like the most normal thing that I thought maybe, like I feel like I've definitely heard of it, but it took me experiencing it to like, whoa. So I don't even trust myself now when I say I'm fine, because I'm not. I know I'm not. I know like it would take like one thing. Like I could be like, whoa, I'm going out tonight, having a good time, and then I'm not. And that brings me to the fourth thing, is like, I'm not okay, and I'm not gonna pretend to be. Like when everyone asks me how are you, I'm not like, I'm good, no. I either say I'm fine, or like I'm alright, I'm okay, or I'm not fine. And I think that that's what it is. Like I'm not trying to be fine. There's an interesting stage of heartbreak, and it's called denial. Denial is a river in Egypt. And not denial in the sense that, oh, I'm fine when I'm not fine, but denial in the sense that you're still feeling like, sure, they'll come back. Like I feel like in the first couple of days, like my body wasn't so much shocked, that I was just like, nah, I'm dreaming. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. I was like, I'm definitely dreaming. Like I was not even processing any of it. Like I feel like I didn't even feel the emotion. Like I didn't feel the emotions really. Like I was crying, but I was like, I didn't really feel it until like afterwards. Like in the first couple of days, I was just like, nah, I'm dreaming. Like I was just like, I'm dreaming. Like I was just like looking around like, nah, this is a dream. Like and I was like, wait. I was like looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, what? Like I'm like, this is real. Like you said I'm not dreaming. Like it felt like a dream. It felt so surreal. And then there's the denial of like, it's not happening. Like it's not real. Like, and like honestly, like I feel like if I Google like the different stages of grief, and not to minimize grief, but in a way you're like mourning the loss of somebody that like meant a lot in your life. So I feel like it's in a way like you're grieving that person, and even afterwards I'm still like, sure they're gonna come back, like sure sure they're gonna be like, I miss you. No, like I think they made it perfectly clear. And I think it takes your heart like a long time to know like what your head already knows. Like I know like it's over, but my heart is still like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna see them again. Like, nah, like I'm sure they're gonna come back. Yeah, I'm like, this is my person. Like I had such a trust, and I think I was so delusional in a way. Like I literally feel like nah, like this is my person. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, I don't know, like life is long, like I don't know what's going to happen, but like I think I need to now stop thinking about what could happen and actually just move on. And I feel like if you're someone that is going through the same thing as me and you're living in denial, I think you have to stop thinking about the what if, like what, like, oh, what if I meet them again, or what if we get back together? No, like what if we're not getting back together? At least I can't even think about that, because it's not going to allow me to move on. And this person told me that. So thinking that it's like going to happen when it's not, like I think I need to like, and it's hard, like it's still hard to like picture yourself with someone else, because you've been with that person for a while and you can't even begin to like fathom someone else, like the idea of that another person. And I think that's why your brain is still in denial, or you're still like, oh sure, they'll come back, because of course they will, but they're not coming back. And like it's the harsh truth. And I think that the faster you try to like just get with that, the easier it might be to move on. That's just how I feel. And also there's something that a lot of people have mixed feelings and mixed ideas about, and that is closure. The idea of closure. People are like, you don't need it. Like closure is just you trying to hang on. You don't need closure. Like cut that girl off, cut that boy off. Like you don't need closure. Like move on. And I had a different experience. Like I felt like I needed the closure, and I think it might look different for like different people. And for me, I think if I just had that one conversation with this person to be like, this is the end of the relationship, we're done. Or if they had that conversation with me to be like, this is the end of the relationship, this is why we're breaking up, we're done, and that was it. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to move on from that. That's not enough for me. And I feel like that's what closure is. It's like wrapping things up in like a nice bow. Like you're wrapping it up more nicely than it would have been if you just gave someone something and be like, hey, you go, like have it. And like that's not very nice. And I feel like for me, I needed it to be wrapped in a nice bow. And that's just who I am. Like I need the compassion, and I needed the closure. And for us, like closure looks like spending time with each other even after like the breakup, and talking through, not that, oh well, you could have done better, well I could have done better, even though those kind of things kind of came up, but just like talking through whatever like came to mind. For me, I needed to spend time with this person, even as like whatever it was in that moment where you're in that like phase between you've broken up but you're still hanging out. But like I needed that space to still like have like one last moment, one last day, a couple of days with this person, because I felt like I needed that to move on. Because if they just like went out of my life like that cold turkey, I think I would have gone insane. Like good memories to like think about, and maybe in some way hang on to you. But I know that after a couple of months, those memories would feel better than they do right now, and it would be like it was nice. And that's for me. And I feel like I needed that closure, and not in a way to convince the person to come back. I respect like people's decisions. I feel like you shouldn't have to be in a relationship if you don't want to, or you can always leave when you want to. I've always believed that. I just didn't think I would have to be the one like dealing with the realization, but I've always like thought about that. And I think if someone wants to leave, you shouldn't like necessarily try and convince them. You can just like talk about their feelings, like how did you come to this resolution, like what, like, you know, understanding their feelings better, and then just talking about however you feel, like whatever you feel in that moment. So it was really, closure was so necessary for me. And the last thing I'm going to say, as cliche as it sounds, is that you do feel stronger. You do get stronger from the experience. Like I already feel like a different person. I feel like more of like myself, but also just more, I have more of a belief in myself. As sad as this is, like I feel like now I know what like I want. And I didn't even know what I wanted before I met this person. Like this person was like the definition of like love to me, and like the first experience of love. And like from this experience, I know all the things that I love about like from a partner, and I didn't know all those things before. Like now I know like this is the person, this is the kind of person I want to be with. I'm really lucky to have had that experience where it's not like a negative first experience of love. Now I feel more confident because like I know in the areas I could have like done better, like in ways I could have been better. And now going into like another relationship, if I were to do that, it's like I now feel very confident about the kind of person I'm going to be, and like someone's going to be coming to my world and they're going to meet me at like a much better vibration, like much better version of myself, and they're going to meet me as a person that's more sure of herself. And I just feel like the next relationship is going to be like so much better. And like, imagine how better it's going to be, because this relationship was great. And now I'm like, if I'm lucky, the next one's going to be even much better. And I'm lucky. I'm a lucky girl. I always say that. I'm not in that phase yet where I can even like think about it and like be excited about the next person, because I'm really not. And I'm still like grieving this person. But now I feel like confident because I feel more independent, and I feel like I can do a lot of things I like put my mind to, because it takes a lot of like strength to like feel the emotions without like distracting yourself. You just like come out a bit stronger. It's like a cliche, it's what everyone says, but like it's the truth. Like you just become a stronger version of yourself because you're forced into independence. Like when you're in a relationship, you can depend on this other person, and I did. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I think a relationship should be a partnership, and like you're depending on them, if not for your emotional needs, but for like other things, like for partnership, for like, encouragement. And when you're having a hard time, you can always rely on them for like words of encouragement or whatever. And now like I have to keep that to myself. Like sure, I can like speak to my friends, I can speak to family, but it's not the same. And now I just feel so much stronger, and I feel like a bad bee. Like a bad bee is evolving. She's coming out, and she will like get there. I know I'm going to get to a place where I can like breathe again, like can like be happy again. And I just feel like, if anything, it's like a lesson was necessary for my growth. Like I feel like I was already growing as a person. I'm 27. People always say 27 is that year of like, wait till you get to 27, like you start reevaluating everything, you start having so many experiences. And I feel like so far at 27 has been that year, and I feel like I already was like growing. I feel like I was already becoming more proud of myself for who I was becoming, and now it's like even more growth. And I feel like it in some way was necessary for my growth, and I needed to be more independent and to believe in myself more, and to just be more of who I wanted to be, who I said I wanted to be. And if anything, like I think the most valuable experience has been to experience love, and also now to experience growth. Thank you so much for like sticking around to this point. Like I didn't even think this was going to be that long, but I think this had to be made, and I'm going to like probably watch this back however long after and just be like, I'm glad I made this video. If anything, I'm making this for myself. Just have like an outlet to just let it out. And so if anyone's like going through has gone through like heartbreak, especially like the first one, like I need your advice in the comments, okay? And I know nothing really helps, like other than like feeling emotion and like time, but I know there's definitely practical things that I think I might need, or just like words of encouragement and something to look forward to with like my newfound independence, you know what I mean? So thanks so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.